Hey, this is Kimberly Chloe from Gifts from Sheba for the Naturally Sexy, and I'm here today to talk to you about my new product line, Gifts from Sheba. Gifts from Sheba is a 100% natural hair care and beauty care line. There's no chemical preservatives whatsoever. So if you want to check more about natural hair care products and also about chemically preserved natural hair care products and certain things that shouldn't be in your products whatsoever, regardless of the reason for them, you can check out my website, giftsfromsheba.com. Click on the link to 10 things you should never put in your hair. Moving on from that, I did want to talk about the reason why I named it Gifts from Sheba, because I get a lot of questions about why it was named Gifts from Sheba. And it's actually quite simple. The Queen of Sheba, back when Solomon was king, she's actually mentioned in the Bible as to going to meet King Solomon. The reason why she went to go meet him is because she reigned over Sheba. Sheba, back in the day, was modern-day Ethiopia and a few other small East African countries that are now a part of larger East African countries. And the kind of trade that she controlled was for natural resources, things that kings and queens held, dear to them back in the day, things that were very expensive and only the very elite could get them. And surprisingly, those certain things that were so elite and so expensive that you actually had to go through somebody, another king or queen to get, was things like shea butter and olive oil and incense, and just simple things that we use nowadays in our skin care and hair care products that we think, $5, $6. Back in the day, they were paying bukus to get these things. And I just thought whenever it came down to naming the product line, hey, there was an African queen controlling this land of Sheba, and things that we're putting on our skin and hair care now and have been putting on our skin and hair since back in the day came from this land. So it came very naturally, and it just seemed perfect, the representation of us as queens, and then the fact that, the resources that we're using came from that land of Sheba. So that's the reason why I named it Gifts from Sheba. Moving on, just talking about basically my experience with natural hair care. My experience has been great. I have had relaxers twice in my life. One was whenever I was younger. I'm actually adopted, so my foster family was Caucasian. When I was 3 months old to 3 years old, I lived with them, and they had no idea what to do with my hair, so they put a relaxer on it just to make it easier to comb through for them. But the only problem with that is the fact that I used to play in the swimming pool every day during the summer. So, and the lady who came in to do my hair, which was a black woman, only came twice a week. So, or I'm sorry, every 2 weeks, I should say. So for 2 weeks, I would be playing in the pool. Nobody would be washing my hair because they want my braids to come out. And so by the time I got adopted at 3 years old, my hair was like this. So working a miracle, my mom basically put me on a regimen. So my hair combing experience was pretty simple when I was younger. It wasn't bad. She would part my hair, she would wash it, condition it, and braid it, and make sure that my hair stayed moisturized with olive oil, just simply olive oil. Every week during TGIF, I would eat my White Castle hamburgers on Friday night, watch TGIF, and she sat there and just prepped my hair, washed it, conditioned it, put olive oil on my scalp, and braided it down close to my head. So it was actually quite simple, and I knew how to take care of my hair. I knew I had to put my bonnet on at night, and I knew that I had to make sure that whenever I pulled my t-shirts over my head, that I didn't do it rough. That way my braids would stay. So for mothers out there, they're like, you know what, I want to keep my kids' hair natural. I don't want to do too much to it. I don't want to mess up their hair, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Keep it simple. Teach them how to put a puff in their hair. Anything, if my mom, didn't have time to do my hair from young, I already knew. I can wash my hair by myself. I can get some glycerin and some water, brush up my hair, and I have a puff. So mothers out there, they're wondering, what do I do with my child's hair? Keep it simple, because you know what? We're naturally sexy.